Yeah, oftentimes when we think about climate change, it's really hard for some parts of the world to understand like how is that concretely impacting me at this moment. Um, and one of the ways that it's being manifested in Rockcliffe Smythe in New York South Weston is through basement flooding. And it's happening, not only is it happening more often than it was in the past, but we're actually seeing more severe weather, more severe storms. We might be limited to think, oh, it's only an infrastructure problem. If only we fix the infrastructure, then our flooding solutions would come to be. Unfortunately, though, it's the root causes of this flooding and this increased flooding and the increased intensity of flooding coming to the neighborhood is because we're seeing what used to be called, the 100-year storm happening much more often. And now I've seen it happen twice in my lifetime. And so, how much more frequently are these floods going to happen? Are these rivers going to, and these canals going to be rising? Is a direct result of climate change. It's also a result of, poor planning and not building a sustainable city. When we start to pave over floodplains, of course, that's going to increase flooding. When we start intensifying development in a floodplain, of course, that's going to increase flooding. It's like a two-pronged problem with solutions that need to come from both sides, both in prevention of and climate action, which is like bigger picture. And it needs to come at the very, very local level in terms of looking for how do we build a sustainable city? How do we start changing the way we treat the environment in urban centers? And that comes with, building sustainably and sometimes not building in places where it's not safe, in places where it's going to be detrimental to community to build.